Hey guys, happy weekend everybody. A short ping from the desk and top of mind market items. What happened last week? A lot, not so much. Well, it very much depends on how you look at it and how you work mentally as a trader. So, brief recap on coins. Frankly, yes, the market, even technical analysis doesn't yield much. Bitcoin, overall market still is very much range bound. We trade narrowly between 27K and 28.5K, which is just a 5% corridor. Technically, still, there seems to be a very mild upward trend during the last days. Same actually with ETH, trading between roughly 1,740 and 1,610, which is a slightly bigger range of 8%. So something to do there, but not so quite determined where it goes. On the altcoin side, I want to direct you to one of my favorite, rather new altcoins, which is WorldCoin. Well, still no one knows whether this is the thing that is the long-awaited third real-world use case for distributed ledger technology or crypto. So remember, payments and store of values, Bitcoin, smart contracts, and distributed computing power are an ETH game or with the competitors. And identity still is to come. So WorldCoin, at least from the class, is something that is interesting. Maybe you say, hey, that's actually not interesting, and that's okay. But what you can see and what I want to draw your attention to is the fact that WorldCoin is, though it has a low market cap and supply, exhibiting a very nice and almost predictable price pattern with micro and macro cycles alternating over time. So that means it's actually good for traders who want to get used to trade the trends intraday and who don't want to invest a lot of money in the beginning, right? And still be able to understand what's going on. In terms of top and bottom scorers, actually not a lot. Avalanche made an almost 20% gain to date in the last week on still very low levels still. But whoever watched the market could make some money here over the last week. The same goes for Solana, where we saw an upward movement beginning of the week and then stabilizing around the new level of around $23. Bottom scorers for me actually are not noteworthy on a weekly basis, as there have been no major crashes or significant downwards trends that you could trade systematically. Well, which leaves me with what is this kind of a market? This market actually isn't too bad for me. Range boundness gives you some predictability while you can trade the intermediate up and down movements. You can start low and then increase your bets. It's kind of for real day traders. Not looking for an estimate of where exactly a coin will land. This is the usual price prediction, crystal ball gazing, but trading along a continuous up and down movement, calibrating on timing. Either you sit in front of your screen and enjoy the action, well, that's quite what I do most of the time when I trade, or you tap into trading bots, as some of you already do, and which is very promising actually if you calibrate them in the right way. Of course, don't forget, I strongly recommend using high leverage and isolated margin to get the risk management right and to keep the ability to gain money. But still, it's about the isolated margin and then using close and stop orders when you leave the screen for longer than a bio break to be able to sleep with peace of mind, and actually preventing a loss is still easier than making a gain. Though on a more funny note, this week, I actually lost unnecessarily, with hindsight, with this strategy quite a lot of money. I was stopped in a Bitcoin downward movement almost at the bottom of it and didn't get in for the subsequent pump as I was peacefully snoring in my bed. Damn it, actually, I really was angry when I woke up the next day. So what's going on in the market? Again, it's just the usual noise, but finally the SBF trial started. Everyone looks at it. Three things come to my mind. One, will the soar of the expected recovery rate for FTX claims be a sustainable one, or are we just trading hope? Well, I made my bet, frankly, on the upward side, but do your own research. Second, I would love to know what the already incurred legal fees will be spent on. It's hilarious how much these guys charge for actually getting some forced crypto education. Man, where can I sign up for such a business case? Getting super rich with doing something I have fucking no clue of. And then even being able to potentially leverage this the next step, because after they've done it, they know at least something about the space. So their value would increase, but law firms are not tradable. SPF claims to be not guilty. That's the third one, which amazes me. Yes, really? I mean, of course, dumpness isn't illegal or forbidden. And of course, US court cases are not about the truth, but about tactics. But if I hear rumors about a random number generator that determined the published insurance fund numbers, fucking hell. And it's hard to believe that no one knew. This is better than any conspiracy theory about deep states and stuff. So this leaves for me the conclusion that FTX was all about user experience and interface and not so much about the underlying economics. And with this, have a great week ahead and keep on trading.